Welcome to Eureka Street Crypto. This is my anti-professional crypto channel. I'm just a barely sane dude who fell down the cryptocurrency rabbit hole. This channel is my fumbling attempt to communicate myself outside my own head about my journey in the crypto space. It is basically my brain dump. None of this is actual financial advice. Good morning, everybody. I'm Eureka John, and you're at Eureka Street Crypto, broadcasting live at 7:26 in the morning. It is December 12th, 2021, and this is my morning show, aka brain dump or video blog, whatever you want to call it. This is my time in the morning to talk about some crypto news and some stuff that I learned about the crypto market as I go along here. So none of this is financial advice, and I'm not shilling anything. I'm just talking about what I've learned. So yeah, that's what it is. Let's see. What am I missing out here? Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Let's go over here to CoinGecko and see what's going on. Let me refresh this page. And yeah, it looks like we got a little bit of green today. So that's a good thing, I suppose. You know, that I'm so fixated on price all the time. Not really. That was definitely some sarcasm in that statement. But let's see here. We have, let me move this window out of the way. Okay, we have some Bitcoin at $49,790.85. We have Ethereum at $4,053.71. Binance Coin at 568.35. Tether's a stable coin sitting at number 4. Solana sitting at number 5 at 170.19. It took Cardano's place. Cardano's now sitting at $1.35. USDC's at $1. XRP's at 82 cents. Polkadot moving on up at 28.51. And Terra also moving on up at 61.10. So yeah, we have no meme coins now in the top 10, which is pretty good in my book. I think that's rad. Meme coins to me, just, you know, they're fun, right? Yeah, they're good. They're a hoot, but I don't think that they should be in the top 10 for sure. So Dogecoin's sitting at 11. Avalanche is number 12. I think Avalanche should just go ahead and just move on up there. Just be like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take my spot in the top 11. And then Shiba Inu is sitting at number 13. Crypto.com at 59 cents. Insane marketing going on over there. They're marketing with all types of sports teams. They're going to change the Staples Center, I believe, to Crypto.com Center or something like that, if I'm correct. They're working with the Philadelphia 76ers. They've done tons of campaigns with a World Poker Tournament, I believe. No, with UFC. I'm sorry, UFC. Yeah. So, but either way, they're doing some heavy hitting marketing and you know, bringing in. I mean, you know, I don't. You know, some people talk trash about Crypto.com and stuff like that. I mean, whatever. You know, they serve their purpose for me. I've never had an issue with them. They've been a good on-ramp for me. I mean, yes, I've had to call the bank a few times and be like, you know, yes, this one's fine. You know, and you kind of have to do that with a lot of different platforms whenever you're onboarding your fiat currency into the crypto world. You have to call your bank and let them know to go ahead and greenlight certain types of transactions. And, you know, this it's just where we're at right now in the crypto space, it seems. So, yeah, and then Polygon's at $2.07. So, I mean, there's, you know, we're getting some green activity in the last 24 hours, which is a plus because we haven't seen much green activity in the past week or so. So yeah, it is what it is. It goes through cycles like that. Let's see where Sandbox and Decentraland are, up 6.8% and up 5.1% respectively. So that's good. I don't know what the Gala is or Gala, however you Gala, tomato, right? Solana. So I don't know what Gala is, but this one has been one of the few tokens that has been moving positively in the past few days. Let me just see here real quick. I don't want to waste too much time. Oh, Gala Games. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. All right. I don't really know much else about Gala Games. I'm not really a gamer. So it's a play to earn game on the Polygon ecosystem. Huh. Interesting. So, should I take a look at it? No, I got a lot of other stuff I want to talk about, but I will go through and take a look at some of the games that Gala Games does encompass, and yeah, maybe I'll spend another episode talking about that. So okay, I was the other day um, had somebody contact me from Queens College, and they have a blockchain club there. So I went in there and talked about some stuff with them. They just have a meeting every Thursday at 6:45 or 7:45 Eastern time, 6:45 Central time where I'm at, and they just talk blockchain and DeFi and and NFT stuff. And it's just a few students right now, and they're growing, and they're thinking about forming a DAO and stuff like that. And I think it's really cool to see blockchain clubs at universities. Of course, I went to I went to college well before any type of blockchain or cryptocurrency was even a twinkle in your daddy's eye. So that was back in 1994 when I was well, I spent a few years dicking around after I graduated high school in 94. So I really got back into college around 97 and 98. I went to like 5 different community colleges, and then finally went to a 4-year university in 1998. And then I graduated in 2000. So yeah, I took the circuitous route. But yeah, they didn't have any blockchain clubs or even blockchain. And that was back whenever Nick Szabo and all these people, Wei Dai, were writing their papers on, the basics of cryptography and cypherpunks and all this stuff. And I had no idea what was going on back then. So yeah, that was a complete other world. And for most people it was, and Bitcoin wasn't even, a thought yet. So, I mean, it was like B money and hash cash and all types of stuff like that back then. But yeah, and the rest of us in the world, we had absolutely zero clue what was going on. I kind of remember hearing about the Clipper chip or something like that back in 1996 in the news, and about the whole online privacy thing and stuff like that. But it wasn't really much of a conversation in the mainstream. I know in cryptography circles and privacy advocates and free speech advocates, it was a big deal. But for your average college student like I was back in 1998, no, it was not a big deal at all. So anyway, so it's cool to see blockchain clubs, pop up and stuff like that. And I will be posting that up on the in my podcasts. I'm going to be editing out an audio version of it. So look out for that. There's some pretty cool stuff talked about in there. Let me go to my messages, and I will go to that web page where it's at, and then I will show the link where you can go and listen to the entire unedited version if you want. And let's see here. Although I don't really have time to sit around and listen to a bunch of people being like, hey, can you hear me? Hey, yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, okay, we're good. All right, yeah, hey, yeah. And so, but let's see here. Let me scroll down in my messages and find that link. Okay, well, while I wait for that, let's go over here to some stuff we talked about. And one of those that I thought was pretty cool. Let's see where it is. Pseudo swap right here. Okay, so pseudo swap is a pretty interesting, I guess, DEX. But it's all your swaps belong to us. Okay, I think that's kind of a joke. All right, so pseudo swap. I don't know what pseudo means in Japanese, but that's some Japanese writing right there. Pseudo swap is your favorite teleological marketplace with zero swap fees. Teleological, that's a big word. What is teleology? I believe it's to be able to look at something in nature and look at its purpose and its design and be able to see some kind of divine purpose designed into something, or some kind of reason or logos or something like that, designed and put into something by design. So if you have the dragon fruit, for instance, it has that fractal pattern on it, and you say, well, there's a purpose for that, and it was created by a divine entity to have some sort of logical or reasoned design in there. I think that's teleology if I'm defining it correctly. So pseudo-swap is your favorite teleological marketplace with zero swap fees. Okay, so only pay gas for approves and swap. No transaction is needed to create an order. Huh, okay. Trade with any combination of ERC20, which is your standard token that sits on top of Ethereum, ERC 721, which is your standard NFT token, and ERC 1155, which is kind of a different variation. It's a hybrid of ERC 20 and 721. So handle multiple items on each side with ease. Assets never leave your wallet until the swap is accepted by both parties. Trade with confidence. Powered by 0x Protocol version 2, and you can see the audits right there. And then you can view all completed pseudo swap trades there. So we'll go back and take a look at that for a second. So let's go take a look and see what's up. So you can create a swap. So let's just go to that real quick, and let's see what it looks like here. So leave empty if you want anyone to accept. So you can direct a swap to one particular person if you want, or you can leave it open if you want it to just be on the broad market and for somebody to see what you have to offer. It's kind of a little agora or something like, I don't know, like an open marketplace where you can, throw out some NFTs or an asset, and then if somebody wants to pick it up, they can. So it's like a decentralized, centralized, centralized exchanges. They operate on an account order book basis where, you put up an item and they find you a buyer or seller or, several buyers for one particular asset, and they match stuff. Well, this is kind of you doing that, you putting it out there. And if anybody wants to pick up the swap, they can do so. And you can leave it for eternity, or you can leave it for a default expiration date of 1 week. Yeah, let's see here. So you have, and you can add your asset. So let me see here. What do I have in this wallet right here? Well, I got a hip hop head. I have skateboardparty.eth. I have an unknown ENS name. I don't know what, I'll have to look at and see what's going on there. The hodler I bought from the Bankless DAO. Eureka Street Crypto Hub.crypto, Panda, Crypto Panda. One of those available. Heaven from Zerion. And, is an NFT drop from Zerion, and EurekaJohn.eth. So let's try this this panda here. Okay, so load more. Let me see what else I have. Do I have anything more? Okay, no, I don't. Okay, so I'm gonna add this NFT. All right, so and then it's gonna be, what do I want? Okay, well, what do I want? What a deep question. But let's see here. Well, I don't think that anybody would give me a Bored Ape for my crypto panda, but I could try, or I could just ask for some Decentraland for it. Oh, Decentraland NFTs for it. Yeah, I guess anything from Decentraland here, and then suggestions. Those are suggestions, and then here's different tokens I could ask for it. So yeah, there's a whole wide variety of tokens. I don't know who would want Minerium for their NFT, but I mean, hey, to each their own, right? Let's see here. So yeah, wrap Bitcoin, DAI. Yeah, so you could ask for a ton of different stuff or a custom asset. Huh. Okay, so all right. Anyway, it looks like it could be kind of a cool way to swap back and forth some NFTs. And let's see here. So let's go to all swaps and see what's happened over here. Let's see here. Let's see, wrapped Ethereum and Rio. So somebody's asking 0.02 wrapped Ethereum for a Rio. Okay, I don't know what Rio is. Wrapped Ether, Zappiest God of Zaps, Apes Kids Clubs for a small apartment. Image not found. Okay, so Curve DAO. Okay, here's something that's been fulfilled. Curve DAO token for a 0x protocol token. Okay, and then a David Do.eth for 0.5 USDC was fulfilled recently. And so somebody's asking 1 skeleton bit for 3 doors, and the door NFT. I don't know what door NFT is, so interesting. And then somebody's asking 0.38 wrapped Ethereum. So 0.38 Ethereum, let's just say roughly $4,000 for an Ethereum. So Let's do here. So 4000 times 0.38. So that's $1,520 for this Aldous Huxley, this Huxley comic issue 1 first edition. I don't know what Huxley comic issue 1 first edition is. Looks so here is a place where somebody wanted to trade Huxley comic issue 1 first edition number 4788 for number 8302, and they did trade that, and someone else traded some Paraswap for some Tiny Lily. So it's interesting to see some of these that have taken place. Somebody wants to trade a Bored Ape Yacht Club for jmylove.my.eth. So whoever has jlovemy.eth, jlovemy.eth, can trade that for Bored Ape Yacht Club. So looks pretty interesting. Let's see here. It's $20. Somebody wants to swap for settlement. $20 and 2 wrapped Ethereum for settlement, and then this eraser tip pencil thing, number 212. So interesting stuff like that's popping up here on the marketplace. It might be fun to just throw something out there and see what I don't know, like this crypto panda that landed in my wallet. 0.2 USDC for 0.2 tether. This looks more like a test transaction than anything. But it was filled. So we have art for N number 1413 for Sears Stone, Assembly Foreman, and Infused Core. This reminds me so much of trading baseball cards back in the day. I got my Ricky Henderson rookie. Can you give me your Ken Griffey Jr. and your Jose Canseco rookie for that? That's yeah. And then there's in middle school you were doing this, and it's always that one kid that would kind of like stare at you and intimidate you, and try to get you to jump into some bad deal. A little hustler, 12-year-old. So Bored Ape Yacht Club, and then for a number 5 element, and Bored Ape Yacht Club for okay, interesting. So some pretty interesting stuff, and you can go through here and just go to SudoSwap. That's SUDOSWAP.xyz, and just scroll through some of these trades. Maybe you'll be interested in putting up one of the trades of your own, and I don't know, could be fun. Razor One opinion on XRP, LOL and Y skull. I don't really have an opinion on XRP, honestly. I haven't been in the XRP game in a while, and I did have my wallet. I did have some, and when they accounted for that whole Spark token airdrop last December of 2020, and it never materialized, and here it is, December something, and they gave me some kind of canary in a coal mine token or something like that. I don't know. But XRP Army, they probably know more about it than I do, so I'm not the person to be asking about any type of project like that. I've kind of moved on to other stuff that kind of better suit my interests, I guess. So let's see here. Genie.xyz is another one that we talked about in the blockchain club at Queens College. So Genie.xyz. So this is something where you can list your NFT on multiple marketplaces at once. So let's see here. What do I have? Right. Okay. I have skateboardparty.eth, right? I could sell this ENS domain, and okay. That was kind of one of those impulse buys too. I was like, I got some I want to get another ENS name, so I skateboard party, why not? I was just like, maybe I can make some kind of game, a play to earn game called Skateboard Party. I don't know, or maybe I can get with the guys at skateverse.xyz, and maybe we could figure out some way to utilize Skateboard Party.eth. I don't know. But see, okay, so OpenSea, so right now OpenSea and Rarible are the two marketplaces where I could in one transaction put my NFT up for sale on, and I think they're going to be adding other ones. So let's go over here to the FAQ, and the FAQ is on a Notion page, so it's hardcore. It's it's new if it's on a Notion page. So what is Genie Swap? It's the first ever NFT marketplace aggregator. Genie users can batch buy and sell across all major marketplaces in a single transaction. Does Genie Swap have any fees? It does not charge any fees. How is it gas efficient? The Genie Swap's architecture was designed to help users efficiently batch multiple actions in a single transaction. So there are multiple ways in which we reduce the gas consumption overhead, the extra costs you incur when using an aggregator. So there are multiple ways in which we reduce the cost, the gas consumption overhead, including extensive use of libraries and delegate calls, as well as shifting any possible logic off-chain when constructing a transaction. Because the more stuff in the transaction that you put on chain, the more bloated and expensive the smart contract gets. So that's the purpose of like a lot of these roll-ups and a lot of this other stuff, side chains, and they're trying to do as much of the actual execution and stuff like that off chain, and then they're providing the proofs and stamping those on chain. So that kind of reduces the size of the actual on-chain real estate that is taken, and that is what costs you money. And whenever you're doing transactions in gas, so the bigger the smart contract is, the more stuff and more room it takes up on the blockchain, and the more expensive it is. So if there's a way to securely do a lot of that off chain, it increases the speed and it lowers the cost of the transaction. So that's kind of what they're doing here in order to make it efficient. So which NFT does Genie Swap support? Genie supports all NFTs listed on the marketplaces we integrate. So in an NFT collection, if an NFT collection is not currently indexed, users can paste the collection's contract address in the search bar. Genie will take 1 to 2 minutes to index the collection. Cool. So how many transactions can I perform in one swap? Genie allows you to buy and sell multiple NFTs in one transaction. We recommend users buy a maximum of 20 NFTs in a single swap. I mean, that's getting pretty hardcore. If you're doing 20 NFTs in a single swap, you probably already know how to write out the contract yourself anyway in Solidity. So yeah, that's some pretty hairy stuff. So what does no instant liquidity found mean when attempting to sell my NFTs? If this message appears under your NFT, then that means there's no NFTX or NFT20 liquidity pool for Genie to instantly sell your NFT into. If you would like to sell them, please use Genie List. Do I need Ethereum to swap on Genie? Yes. To perform transactions on Genie Swap, use the Ethereum blockchain. A sufficient amount of Ethereum is required to cover gas your transactions, of course. All right, so right now it's currently only supporting OpenSea and Rarible, with more to come in the future, of course, always. Where do I need to initialize it? Okay, so is Genie List free? Yes, it's completely free. Do I pay marketplace fees and royalties? Yes, you will pay marketplace fees on either OpenSea or Rarible, and the associated royalty fees dependent on the collection. So yeah, they are not associated with OpenSea or Rarible, but they're just kind of using the platforms for their interface. So let's go back over to this website and take a look. So let's see here. You can list it right here. So you can choose your NFT, or you can swap. So let's go take a look. And so swap, you can, and in this kind of the same way that pseudo swap was doing, you can, I'll pick one right here. So skateboard party by ETH. Sure. Yeah. No instant liquidity available. All right, so I think it's because it's not listed on the marketplace. So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of looking at this. This is my time to kind of look at a lot of this stuff for the first time as well. So people ask me, how do you have time to do research? Well, you're looking at it right now. So anyway, so yeah. That's Genie Swap, so you can dig into that as well if you're curious about it. If I have piqued your curiosity, always look at stuff on dark mode. I like dark mode a lot better. All right, so anyway, here's a third one, and this is nftfy.org, and this is a way to fractionalize your NFT. So as you know, a lot of NFTs are gaining lots of value and ridiculous amounts of value. And like for instance, a CryptoPunk, I mean, this is a couple weeks ago, but the floor was like $1.6 million, I believe. And the floor price is meaning the price of the cheapest NFT available on that market. So obviously, a lot of people don't have money to just throw down, a couple $1,000,000 on some kind of CryptoPunk or something like that, or So what is a way to make some money off of that? Or to even own as a buyer, or to own a little piece of it as a seller, is to fractionalize that NFT. And so you can start fractionalize and start trading your NFTs in 3 steps with NFTFY. I mean, I wouldn't see anybody who owns some piddly little, like, crypto panda like I have, trying to fractionalize that. I mean, I think this I don't even know how much it's worth, but it's not worth a lot. But here you can see there's some pretty hefty NFTs here. 50,000 ETH for this CryptoPunk, hash mask animal for 15 Ethereum, 3 Ethereum for We Are Satoshi. So yeah, here's the pool progress starting up. And so you have to list it and you get people to participate in a pool. You set a target price for what you want that NFT to go for. And then once that target price is hit of everybody buying little pieces of it, then it's released out into the ether world. And if I'm correct, you should not be able to cancel that once that is released out in there, and people have bought those pieces of fractionalized NFTs. So I think once you release it out into the world as a fractionalized NFT, I don't think you're going to be able to get that NFT back as a whole unless you buy back all those little pieces. So if I'm correct, I could be wrong. So anyway, NFTFY, NiftyFi, is a permissionless decentralized dApp that a decentralized application that fractionalizes non-fungible tokens, NFTs, generating ERC20 compliant fractions fully backed by the NFTs. Our protocol was designed to solve the main problems in the NFT ecosystem, including low liquidity, investment risk, and monetization of assets. So, our features: fractionalize. Fractionalize and start trading your NFT in 3 easy steps with NFTFY. So a collective purchase. Now you can sell your NFT to a group of people in a very simple way. And then box. You can bundle your NFTs and sell them all together. Now this is being done for the art place right now. I could see possibly this being done with companies. Fractionalize your company as an NFT and sell it to all your and distribute it to all your employees. I mean, this is just me talking out of my butt right now, but like it could be an interesting way. And then the more valuable your company gets, the more valuable that piece of it. Kind of like shares, so. It has a bunch of YouTube tutorials. Hold on, let's take a quick look at this video. I don't want to waste a bunch of time on it, but it's only 1 minute and 28 seconds long. So this is a good video that kind of summarizes it.
You may have heard of NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, which are, let's say, a digital certificate of authenticity. What you may not know is that you can now split up this certificate into as many small pieces as you like, in case you want to sell your work or invest in NFTs. We've created a platform to make this possible, called NiftyFi. NiftyFi gives you the power to look at an NFT and say, I am the owner too. For example, you can now own a tiny fraction of that famous GIF or a piece that is the size of a rainbow. Have you discovered a virtual land with a great location? You can buy a piece of it the size of a grain of sand or the size of the swimming pool area. What about the song that is about to become a hit? It's as if you can buy a little piece the size of a single riff or the whole chorus. Well, you get the idea. And ideas have never been more valued. Have you considered using a decentralized application with assets backed by NFTs? Well, we have. All of this within an open source protocol guaranteed by software and without the need of any intermediaries. It is an easy, fast, and safe way to split NFTs, allowing anyone to trade their fractions. In other words, it is the missing piece that brings NFTs to the DeFi world, transcending fungibility barriers. NiftyFi, virtualize and realize.
So yeah, I mean, that kind of sums it up pretty well. And I was thinking, like, during the whole part where they were talking about owning a piece of a song, can you imagine owning a piece? For instance, you jump in on the initial launch or release of like some new, I don't know, like I don't really, what kind of mainstream music do I don't know, but so the release of some, I don't know, Katy Perry's doing an NFT drop, for instance, and then say, for instance, she fractionalizes one of her new song drops, and you own a piece of that song. So as that song is distributed out and people buy it as a download and stuff like that, and it increases in value, maybe that song increases in value because it's an NFT due to the popularity of the song, and you're constantly receiving a fraction of the royalties of that because you own a fraction of the song of that. So, things like that kind of, bring it to reality for me. So I don't know. Just something to think about, something to speculate about. Web3 music is definitely a strong interest of mine. So I'm always keen to learn about new ways of doing Web3 music and dealing with artist royalties and things like that. It's such a complex topic, and artists traditionally have always gotten the shaft out of that in the end, because you have all these middlemen and record labels coming in and trying to. I'm not saying that all record labels are bad. Like, there's some really good, really small, awesome record labels, and I know some folks here in Austin that have started some cool record labels. But I'm just saying, large corporate record labels like Sony and stuff like that, they're generally dicking over the artists they work with. So yeah. Oh, anyway, that being said, I think we're at 30 minutes. I try to keep this at 30 minutes. I was going to keep it at 30 minutes. I have a bunch of other stuff that I wanted to talk about as well. I really want to talk about I'm really starting to understand DeFi 2.0 now in a way that I hadn't before, because I didn't quite understand bonding in the way that I thought I did. So I went back and I restudied what bonding is in the Ohm protocol. And then there's a lot of forks of Ohm. Olympus DAO now, there's Wonderland on Avalanche. There's there's Rome DAO, which is a fork on the Kusama Polkadot. That's a RPG NFT RPG game, which is a fork of Olympus DAO. I mean, there's a bunch of different forks of Olympus DAO, so I want to talk about that, and I'll probably see if I can do a little more research and talk about it tomorrow before work. So it's hard to talk about some of the more complex topics that I don't really have a grasp on before having to rush out the door to work. But I think I can do it. So, all right. That being said, you guys have a good day. Enjoy your Sunday. Try to spend some time with your family and all that stuff. So yeah. All right. Talk to you later. Bye. Thank you for making it to the end of this program. If you actually like this content, give a thumbs up. And if you want to hear more, just hit the subscribe button. I'm available on YouTube, Odyssey, and BitChute, and on all the major podcasting platforms in audio version. Spotify specifically. If you would like to follow and leave a review, that would help a lot. I am also available on Twitter at EurekaJohn1. That's EUREKA John, JOHN, and the number 1. My DMs are always open. Feel free to shoot me a message. Thanks again.